Hello everyone, I just wanted to do a quick tutorial here of the new meta right now running in SCUM. So some of you might already know about this, but this is probably the best way to build a almost completely unraidable base. Or you could almost say it is an unraidable base just due to the quantity of resources it requires to actually get into this base. So just to give you a quick rundown, so this does require prefab buildings to be involved, and the use of what is known as troy walls or stacking walls, which you can see right there in front of me, and then a staircase built so that it is destructible when you go offline or when you leave your base, so that way nobody can get to the actual entrance of the base. So what you have to do is go to a prefab building. A lot of people like to do this at churches like this, but you'll go to the prefab building. You'll build rugs into the inside of the building. That way you can build a flag inside and maybe wardrobes or whatever else you want to build in there. And then you'll destroy the rugs that you have to build outside. And then what you'll move on to is start stacking little pieces of wall element. So I'll show you real quick. These little sections of wall element, you stack a bunch of these together, upgrade them as you go along, and you start to build a layer of walls that takes an insane amount of C4 or TNT to actually get through, because you can only destroy one at a time with the current explosive meta. So this actually makes, in my opinion, a very unraidable base, especially if this is just a small version of what you could actually do with this. But I've seen bases that have like layer upon layer upon layer of these stacked toy walls, and it's essentially impossible to get into the base because nobody has the time to farm that amount of C4. So I mean, there are people out there that can farm that a quantity of C4, but it's very unlikely that you'll get raided if you build a thick enough toy wall in front of your entrance to the building. Some buildings, depending on the building you choose, might have multiple entrances. The reason people like the church a lot is it's only got one door, and then the only other way to get in is through the windows that are in the tower, and that's why you build this staircase. So the staircase you build, and this you can upgrade and do however you want, but you build it up high enough so that way you can build a wall or a floor platform across to one of the windows. Either you could do the top window or this window. For this one, you have to kind of lay down to crawl in. Depending on how you build this, you could just stand up and walk through. But once you get inside, we'll take a quick look at how you can build stuff into these prefab buildings. So what you have to do is utilize rugs. You have to start building them outside. So initially, you'll have to build your flag outside. So you'll start building them outside into the door, and then you have to continue to stack them until you can get them all the way into the main part of your building, and then you can start building wardrobes and all different kinds of base elements on top of these. Just to give you a quick example, I think well, maybe not this door frame, but there's a lot of different ways to be able to pull this off, and there's other videos that really explain it well. But it makes it really easy to build wardrobes, your flag inside, and some other base building elements. And so this is how you can really secure your loot on any server, really, and with minimal amount of resources on your end to be able to build. But it takes an extreme amount of resources for people trying to raid if you do it correctly. So this is just a quick video I wanted to do. There's other videos out here about this. I'm not the first one to do this, but I just thought I would give my perspective on this. And so if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.